Hey, what's up, you guys? And welcome back to QC Tarot. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. This next video will be on somebody that I respect on a very high level. I'm talking about the number one podcaster in the universe. And he happens to be from New Jersey. And I'm very, very proud of him. Give it up for Mr. Joe Budden. And this is all alleged. This is all for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, I decided to do Joe Budden because I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I'm definitely a huge fan of the old podcast, but I'm a huge fan of all Joe Budden's stuff as far as his music, his old podcast, his new ventures. I'm just a fan of I'm just a fan of where he's going with this entertainment thing and how he's taking the bull by the horns, no pun intended, because he is a Taurus moon, Virgo sun. Okay. And he's also a life path 3. So, yes, I'm very, very interested in Joe Budden and how he feels about his employees. Like I said, this is all allegedly. And yeah, let's get to the cards. Let's get to the cards. Now for Joe Budden, I shuffled the cards. I prayed over the cards. I got real in tune with the cards for this one. And what I pulled for Joe, as the boss of the JBP, shout out to them and shout out to him, I got the Two of Cups, which is a fantastic card for a boss. It means to me, when I first look at the card, it means he does really good one-on-ones with people. He has good one-on-ones with his employees, and that's how he generates the relationship, and that's how he produces. But yeah, the Two of Cups means partnership, compatibility, being happy, soulmate connections, business soulmates, soulmates come in different flavors and forms, engagements. Absolutely. As the boss, Joe appears focused on building strong working relationships. The card suggests he values chemistry, loyalty, and having the right people around him to create a successful team. Shout out to the Two of Cups. I'm looking at this Two of Cups. I'm looking at these two people, and I think Joe is fair. Joe is fair. And he prouds himself for being fair when it comes down to handling his business. So shout out to Joe. Let's move down to Flip. And by the way, this is the order we're going to do. We're going to start with Flip. We're going to go Mona, Marc Lamont Hill, Ice, and then Ish. And then we'll have some bonus cards like, does he miss the old podcast? Does he miss Melissa Ford? What else? Does he miss Rory, and does he miss Maul? Just some fun specifics, just having a little fun. What do I know? So yeah, let's have some fun. Let's go on to Flip. Now, when I pulled the cards for Flip, I got the Empress and the Star reversed. The Empress and the Star reversed. They see you as valuable and talented, but they may feel you're not fully living up to your potential or confidence per se. Like the Empress emphasizes you being an asset. You're highly creative, capable, high value. Joe values Flip on a high level because he has infinite creativity, and Joe being in the business he's in, that type of person will always be high value. He'll always be the first or number one or number two. Like when Joe sits back and thinks about the most valuable ones on that show, Flip is always number one or number two. That's no matter what's going on. Flip on a bad day is either number one or number two. So let's just be clear. Now the Star reversed means you may lack confidence, seem discouraged, or not shine as brightly as you could. Your employer sees you as someone with a lot to offer, but they may feel you're doubting yourself, holding back, or not fully stepping into your full potential. Interesting. It's something about the way Flip handles his business that Joe frowns upon. Let's go to Mona. Hey, Mona. She got the Strength and the Five of Wands. Your employer sees you as resilient and capable, but they may see you also as someone who's navigating a little bit of conflict, competition, or just strong personalities at the job. So, like, your employer pretty much sees you as a strong and capable person, but they also feel you may be dealing with workplace challenges, just a little bit of pressure. Mona's a solo act. She's an Aquarius, so she has her own show. So she's used to like a certain type of vibe, but Mona's also brilliant enough to sit back and watch and learn how to really run a network and the pros and cons, ins and outs. You know what I mean? So the Five of Wands says there may be workplace competition, disagreements, or tension surrounding your role. Mona has, she's the only female on the podcast, but she has the energy to carry it. And I feel like she's learning her place and her spot. Yeah. And I do think Joe looks at her like, maybe. Let's move down on to Marc Lamont Hill. It was interesting when I shuffled his cards. I got the Ten of Swords reversed plus the Seven of Pentacles. So your employer sees you as someone who's bounced back from challenges and is steadily growing into your role. So broken down, like that Ten of Swords reverse equates to like you've recovered from some setbacks. We already know about Marc's past. He learned from some mistakes and you are turning things around. And that Seven of Pentacles upright means you're patient, hardworking, and your efforts are expected to pay off over time. So your employer feels you've overcome some obstacles and appreciates that you're putting in consistent effort. They see long-term potential and believe your work is progressing in the right direction. So this combination has like a steady, optimistic career energy type of thing. It suggests like resilience followed by like continued investment and growth rather than quick success type of vibe. And yes, I think he values how Marc is doing this whole thing, how he's branching off, how he's staying in the game. He doesn't quit. He's someone Joe can rely on, and that's a beautiful thing. As far as ice, Joe got the Moon plus the King of Swords reversed when I shuffled the cards, and this is all alleged. So your employer may feel there's uncertainty around you or that communication and judgment could be clearer. So the Moon means like, secrets, unknowns, confusion, or things that aren't fully clear. And the King of Swords reverse equates to communication, may come across as unclear, overly critical, emotionally detached, or lacking good judgment. Your employer may feel they're not getting the full picture when it comes down to you. They could see communication or decision-making as an area that needs more clarity and consistency. So this interpretation stays balanced. It doesn't automatically mean the employer thinks the person is dishonest or incompetent at all. It just means that there may be some uncertainty or concerns about clarity, communication, or judgment. Communication. Let's emphasize communication. This is a communication pod. There's something about the way Ice holds back that is so detrimental to the pod, to the point where Joe said, all right, maybe we could just tease him about not being open and transparent, but then that starts becoming stale. I believe he is creatively stifled by Ice, but there's something about Ice's work ethic that keeps him in the game. Last but not least for this portion is Ish. And when I shuffled the cards, I got Six of Swords reversed and Ace of Wands reversed. Interesting. Your employer may feel you're having difficulty moving forward or that motivation and momentum have slowed. So that Six of Swords reverse equates to you may be struggling to let go of old habits or adapt to change. And that Ace of Wands reverse is there may be delays, low motivation, or untapped potential. Your employer may feel you're finding it difficult to move forward or fully embrace new opportunities. They may see untapped potential, but feel something is holding you back from reaching your best. So this combination kind of often speaks more to stagnation or delayed progress than a lack of ability or anything like that. Similar to ice, but different. The underlying message is the potential is there, but it hasn't fully taken off. When it comes down to Ish, similar to ice, I feel like he looks at ice and Ish like they're half a potter. Meaning ice and Ish together equates to one strong potter, and that's not good. Do you know what I mean? So I look at it like Flip is a star. Mona has star potential. Marc Lamont has star potential. AKA a star as well. Yeah, Marc is probably a star. Okay? Ice and Ish are half a potter. Together, they kind of sort of make almost a star. And that's tricky, and that gets a little difficult. Now, this is just my interpretation of the podcast. Yeah. And that's really, really interesting.